What if the biggest scam wasn't stealing your money, but first convincing you that your life was in danger? And what happens when that faith, fear, and fraud collide across the international borders? Tonight, Canadian investigators are searching for an Indian national accused of running an alleged psychic fraud that, according to Toronto police, exploited fear of supernatural harm to convince a victim to hand over large sums of money. But this is not an ordinary fraud case, by the way. Police alleges that 29-year-old Gangadhar Babu operated under the name of Babu while running a business called Indian Psychic and Spiritual Healer. Investigators claim that he presented himself as a psychic, a fortune teller, and a spiritual healer, gradually gaining the victim's trust before making alarming claims. Well, according to the police, the victim were allegedly told that they and their loved ones faced death or serious harms unless they continue praying for the spiritual protection. Authorities say elaborate rituals, repeated warnings, and emotional pressure were all allegedly used to keep their payments flowing. And that changes everything, because investigators believe that the case was not built on technology or any hacking. Instead, they said that it relied on psychology, fear, and manipulation. It highlights how the scammers can exploit the deeply personal beliefs to control the victims without using force. However, the investigations has taken another turn. Toronto police say that they believe that Gangadhar Babu had left Canada and returned to India, and he is now the most wanted and the charged in the included fear and fraud over 5,000 Canadian dollars and a possession of proceeds of crime, laundering of the proceeds of crime, and authorities have also released a description that they are asking anyone with the information to come forward. Investigators believe that there may be some victims who have not yet contacted the police yet, and the possibility now suggests the police that they may have been an isolated incident but a part of an alleged scheme targeting just the vulnerable people seeking guidance across difficult moments. And at this stage, these are allegations made by the Toronto police, and in this case, under the investigation, the charges have not been proven yet in the court, and Gangadhar Babu has not been convicted of any offense. And yet, the story raises an important question: an online advertising and a social media making it easier than ever before to reach vulnerable people, how an individual distinguish the genuine spiritual guidance from the alleged exploitation. The investigation is continuing, and whether more victims or the evidence emerge, this could determine how far this case ultimately reaches.